seated. Welcome, everyone. My name is Michael Boyd. I'm president here at Kankakee Community College, and on behalf of our faculty, our staff, our administrative team, our board of trustees, and especially our students, it's always a privilege, an honor, a pleasure to welcome you here to the college, especially this time of year. This is the time of year where we pay very special attention to the achievements of our graduating class, and that's what we're going to do this evening and tomorrow. I love to be able to be at the microphone first because that means I have the privilege of being the first to encourage you all to celebrate and recognize these, the very newest registered nurses in our community. Congratulations to each and every one of you. It was just a few short days ago that I had the honor of sitting at a luncheon with some of these folks up here. And I love that opportunity. It's so fun to hear the stories that our students tell, and we heard some good ones. The insight that I took away, the most powerful of these insights, came from one person who was at this luncheon, and she didn't aim this comment at us as administrators. She didn't even aim it at the wonderful faculty sitting behind me who have helped them learn all of these lessons. She looked at her colleagues, her peers, and she said, "We have learned to do hard things." You have learned to do hard things. I can tell you that. This program is a hard thing, and you've learned to be successful. So kudos to you. You have chosen nursing as a profession, an honorable profession, and one that will give you every single day that you work, every single shift, an opportunity to do hard things. But you can do them. I know you can, because you're leaving this program successful. So well done. Before we get started, I want to introduce a few people behind me. There's going to be a lot of introductions this evening, but I'm going to take the opportunity to introduce our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Quincy Rose Sewell. I'm also going to introduce the Dean of our Health Careers Program, Mr. Brad Wood. And to introduce our speaker, I'm going to introduce the Director of our Nursing Program, Jenny Rogers.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight to celebrate these amazing graduates that we're super excited to celebrate. I am extremely honored and excited to introduce our speaker tonight. First, because she was in my clinical group, so it's always near and dear to my heart. But also, she's worked right hand in hand with these graduates here in preparing them for the workforce. Her and her husband, who is a physician in the area, also came in and spent time with them a day and helped them build their communication skills and how to actually call a doctor and what to say. So I think it's really neat that she agreed to be our speaker and has also spent some time with them. So Afton is a proud graduate of Kankakee Community College and is a board-certified family nurse practitioner. She began her education and career in healthcare at KCC in 2014 after completing the Certified Nursing Assistant program. She later graduated from KCC's nursing program in 2017 before entering her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing in 2019 and family nurse practitioner degree in 2023 from Chamberlain University. As a registered nurse, she specialized in critical care and earned her CCRN certification. Since 2024, Afton has practiced as a nurse practitioner specializing in radiation oncology. Passionate about supporting and mentoring future healthcare professionals, Afton also serves as an adjunct faculty member in KCC's Adult and Continuing Education Department. Please help me in welcoming Afton.
Hi. First of all, I want to thank everyone for having me here tonight. I was truly honored when I was asked to have the opportunity to speak for you guys. Standing up here brings back a lot of memories. 9 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are now, graduating from this very program. To put it into perspective, my daughter was in the audience. She was 5 years old, and she's going to be a teenager in 2 months. So back then, I remember being excited, nervous, ready to move forward. I remember celebrating after graduation and thinking, I'm done, I can't wait to move on, and try to forget some of the trials and errors of nursing school. But over the years, I've realized that it's actually been quite the opposite. The further that I've gone in my education and career, the more I've looked back on my nursing school experience with gratitude and appreciation. The guidance, the education, the skills, discipline that you've learned during this program will be the foundation for everything moving forward. I've gone on to continue my education and my career, which all of you will continue to do as well. But even still, just some of the most valuable lessons were made here. And not to mention that the people that you have met here may not only become your colleagues, but be lifelong friends. Your nursing student friends will be lifelong friends, as mine have become. I will also acknowledge something important tonight, that none of us would get through this alone. While today is a celebration of your accomplishments, it's also a celebration of the support that helped to get you here. The family members, spouses, children, friends, classmates, and instructors sitting in this room made sacrifices right alongside you. They supported you through long nights of studying, stressful exams, deadlines, clinicals, missed events, lots of emotions. And I know from personal experience how important that support is. So tonight is a celebration for them as well. They also might be just as happy you're done as you are. As you all move forward to pass the NCLEX and take positions in different nursing careers, you'll realize that there's still going to be challenges. There will still be difficult days. And I just urge you to lean on the reasons and the motivation that got you through this program. You've put in a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to be here, and lean on the experiences that you've had, your education, and those around you. Nursing is a profession where you will never stop learning, and you'll continue to grow and flourish throughout your career. Today, you're entering the most trusted profession in the world. You have earned your place here through sacrifice and dedication, and you should be very, very proud of yourselves for everything you've accomplished. Your career will take you in many different directions, but I hope that you always look back on this program and this chapter of your life with the same appreciation that I do now. Congratulations to all of you. Welcome to nursing, and welcome to the start of a new future.
Thank you so much, Afton. Well, I have the privilege of introducing you to the people behind the scenes that got these students here in these seats, to these seats. I do count it a blessing to work with each and every one of these ladies behind me and out in the audience. So I would love to take an opportunity to introduce them to you as well, because maybe you've heard some of those names come through your house over the last 2 years. So I want to actually start in the back. I didn't warn her that I'd be doing this, but I would like to Shauna Thigpen to please stand up. She is part of our, yes. She's part of our success retention team and plays a very important part if students need to reach out for extra support academically, and our students couldn't do it without our whole team, so we appreciate her. Over here we have Molly Smith. She is one of our adjunct faculty. And then we have Christine Volks, who is also a success retention navigator. She's our right-hand person here with getting these students. She helps put out barriers, put out any obstacles that come their way to get them to this end. So here on stage, I have Krista Davis. Lauren Hills. Heather Baud, Christina Sosnowski, Mary Niels, Ann Riley, oh my gosh, Alyssa Galloway, Kelly Edwards, Pat Bukowski, Mary Kierwack, and you'll see Kim Brands come back in here. She's probably grabbing something that we needed to grab. So when you see her come on stage, that is our full-time faculty team, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of them.
Graduates, please stand and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the Spring 2026 graduating class of registered nurses. Okay, you guys can pile up. Bridget Azzarelli. Megan Bach. Shatori Beck. Alyssa Blackburn. Jacqueline Bonds. Sydney Bushnell. Madison Coakley. Jasmine Connors. Krista Courtney. Alyssa Gaddis. Shalonda Hall. Megan Herring. Daniela Maisie Hernandez Petrovito. Chloe Hofer. Cassidy LeClaire. Gabby Neely. Aaron Preeson. Megan Riley. Lainey Rogers. Alyssa Schreier. Kylie Shoemaker. Jory Studer. Graduates, please stand. Graduates, please turn to face the audience. Graduates, you may blow out your candles and turn carefully.
I've been told I need to raise this down, but I really do have a big enough mouth that it would carry, but I will do this. Hi, my name is Mary Kerouac. I'm one of the instructors in the RN program.
My name is Kim Brands, and I teach in the LPN program. Both of us are faculty, and we're just so excited for all of you sitting here in the front row and excited for what we have next.
First of all, the faculty and KCC are so proud of each one of you for your display of compassionate care throughout this program. We are honored to be presenting today the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nursing Students. To be nominated, the student must show compassion, advocacy, leadership, demonstrating outstanding compassion at the bedside, exceptional service as a voice for patient needs and wants, and excellence in team collaboration and skill in the clinical setting.
For those of you who are not familiar with the Daisy Award, this organization and what it does for nurses, I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. The Daisy Foundation was established in 1999 by members of the family of Patrick Barnes. He was 33 years old, and he died of complications of an autoimmune disease. Like many families who go through this horrific loss, the Barnes family wanted to do something positive to honor the very kind man that he was. So right after Patrick's death, they came up with DAISY. It stands for Diseases Attacking the Immune System. As they brainstormed what the DAISY Foundation would actually do, they kept coming back to one positive thing that they had held on to during Pat's 8-week illness: the extraordinary care that he and they received from Pat's nurses. The family was very impressed by the clinical care Pat's nurses provided, but what really overwhelmed them was the compassion and the kindness that his nurses brought to Pat's bedside day in and day out. Pat's family created the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nurses to honor nurses who go above and beyond and make extraordinary differences in patients' and families' experiences in healthcare. There are many ways that the foundation says thank you to nurses, and one of these ways is through student nurses. So to be nominated, the student nurse is designed to remind students, even on their toughest days in nursing school, why they want to be a nurse. We are proud to partner with Daisy as we believe we have extraordinary nursing students here at KCC. So as we call the nominations, please come to the stage and we will hand out your pins. Nurses have a great tradition for having pins, as you have seen tonight. We hope you wear the Daisy pin proudly. Our first nomination was written by a patient, and this nomination goes to Jacqueline. Which Jacqueline's this? Sorry, are you going to read this one?
No. Go ahead. Okay. So Jacqueline Bonds, please come up to the bench. Jacqueline's nomination came from a patient. This is what the patient wrote. I would like to recognize Jacqueline for the compassion and thoughtful care she provided during my stay. She was incredibly considerate, kind, and always willing to help in any way she could. From the beginning, it was clear that she truly cared about making me feel comfortable and supported. Jacqueline consistently went the extra mile, taking the time to listen, check on me, and make sure my needs were met. Her patience, warmth, and genuine concern made a difficult time much easier for me. She never made me feel rushed and always approached my care with kindness and professionalism. The compassion and dedication Jacqueline showed are qualities to make an exceptional nurse. She has a caring heart and a natural ability to make patients feel safe. I truly appreciate everything she did for me, and I know she will be an outstanding nurse. Jacqueline was very considerate, helpful. It seemed that she would do no matter what it took to make me feel comfortable. She really took the time. She will be a great nurse.
The second nomination is Alyssa Blackburn. This nomination was written on behalf of the patient and the family. At the start of the shift, one of Alyssa's patients had a critical change in condition. In the moment, the patient was in distress. Alyssa was quick to react and to be involved with providing compassionate care for the patient and responding to the loved one's needs and concerns. Alyssa frequently monitored the patient to meet their needs and anticipate their needs even before they arose. By the end of the shift, the patient's condition improved, and her loved ones were grateful for the care and attention Alyssa provided. The comfort that Alyssa and the clinical group provided during the shift built a therapeutic relationship where the patient and their loved ones could trust and have confidence that their clinical needs were going to be met. Alyssa didn't just provide care, she took responsibility for how that care was experienced. She listened, responded, and returned when needed, ensuring that the patient felt seen as a person, not just as a patient in the hospital. We have 6 tonight. This was a good group. The third nomination, excuse me, I'm sorry, is Lainey Rogers. Lainey had a patient, sorry, I'll let her get up here. This was written on behalf of the patient and the family to Lainey. Lainey had a patient that had returned from a procedure and was having a difficult day. His illness and testing required him to be without food for several days. Understandably, the patient's immediate need was to get something to eat. Lainey responded with calmness and compassion, taking time to listen and address what mattered most to him. She helped ensure he was able to receive a meal he could enjoy, assisted him in a comfortable position, and created a supportive environment so he could finally eat. Later, as he required assistance with hygiene and comfort due to being bedbound, Lainey provided care with patience, dignity, and attentiveness. Through these interactions, his demeanor noticeably changed. He became more at ease, he expressed gratitude, and shared how meaningful it was to feel heard and cared for. He reflected that this had been one of the most positive and supportive experiences he had had during his hospital stay. His sister, who was present during parts of his care, was visibly emotional and deeply appreciative of the compassion and advocacy shown. Her response reflected how much these moments of attentiveness and connection meant not only to the patient, but also to those closest to him during a very difficult time. In the days that followed, Lainey returned to check on him while he remained on the unit. The simple act of reconnecting left a lasting impression, reinforcing a sense of genuine care and human connection during a vulnerable time.
Shalonda Hall. Please come up to the stage. Shalonda's nomination was sent in by the daughter of the patient that she was caring for, and her nomination read, "I'm nominating Shalonda for the Daisy Award on behalf of my mother because of the extraordinary compassion she showed during her truly frightening time. She was scheduled for a procedure and was fearful that she might not survive it. I was unable to be with my mom to help her through this time as I had family obligations. My mom expressed while others were focused on the clinical task, Shalonda recognized her subtle signs of distress and never left her side. She sat with my mom, held her hand, and answered every question with patience and clarity. Instead of rushing to the next task, she stayed until my mom felt safe, making her feel seen and heard rather than just another patient on the schedule. Shalonda's calming presence, willingness to provide emotional support during my mom's most vulnerable moment allowed her to go into the procedure with peace of mind. Shalonda represents the heart of nursing, showing that clinical excellence is a deep and human connection go hand in hand."
Our next recipient is Megan Riley. This nomination was written by the patient. I would like to recognize Megan for the exceptional compassion and care she provided. From the moment she entered the room, she made me feel comfortable, valued, and cared for. She consistently went above and beyond, taking time to double-check everything and ensure all of my needs were met. What stood out most was her kindness and patience. At a time when I felt vulnerable and uncomfortable, Megan treated me with dignity and compassion. She noticed that I needed to be cleaned up and went out of her way to help me without hesitation, never making me feel embarrassed or rushed. She took her time and showed genuine concern for my comfort and well-being. Megan's caring heart, patience, and dedication truly reflect what nursing is all about. She has a natural compassion for people that cannot be taught, and I know she will make an incredible nurse after graduation. Thank you, Megan, for making such a meaningful difference in my care.
Our last nomination is also going to be the winner of the Certificate for Excellence in Nursing students. So will Danny please come up to the podium? Danny. Danny's nomination came from a nurse that was working on the unit with her during one of her clinical days. Her nomination read, "From the first day I met the students, Danny stood out to me. Her passion for healthcare and her motivation to learn was impressive. It was clear that she wanted to soak up all the experience and knowledge that she could. One day she had a challenging assignment. I think I might have asked for that challenge. Her patient had a recent history of regression, many medications, having difficulty following directions. I expected that any student would be nervous and awkward. Danny was not. She said, 'I'll go with you.' She approached the patient with confidence, compassion, understanding. He took his medication with some encouragement from Danny and was cooperative with her all day because of her great character. I told my boss that day to remember her name because she's really going to be an amazing nurse. This is only one of the times that her actions stood out. There are many more. Good luck, Daniela. You will be wonderful wherever you go, and I would be ecstatic to work by your side with you someday." The Daisy Foundation wants you to have this sculpture as a symbol of your recognition today. It is called the Healer's Touch. The Daisy Foundation chose this beautiful design because it sensitively represents the unique relationship nursing has with their patients. Congratulations to each of you. New this year, there is a scholarship to be awarded to our Daisy Award winner. We are honored to have one of our faculty to present this scholarship as a way of giving back to our students. Let me introduce to you Professor Krista Davis.
It's my honor to recognize our Daisy Award recipient, who's also going to be awarded the Kevin S. Whittiff Scholarship. This scholarship was created by a family who experienced an unimaginable and unexpected loss. A husband, father, and papa, someone who meant everything to his family. During his short hospital stay, there were moments where compassion was absent and critical changes were missed, moments that mattered deeply and ultimately changed everything. His daughter, a nurse herself, stood at the bedside and witnessed this through both the eyes of a loved one and a professional. And in the midst of that loss, one truth that Kevin once shared rose above everything else. Everyone should be fortunate enough to have a nurse like his daughter, Krista, someone whose medical knowledge is matched by empathy, kindness, and the ability to care for patients as if they were their own loved ones. And that belief has become the legacy of this scholarship. This scholarship recognized Danny, who lives that truth, someone who goes beyond tasks and checklists, who notices, advocates, stays present, and gives patients not just care, but humanity. To Danny, your compassion, your diligence, and your heart have set you apart. You've made a difference in ways that cannot always be measured, but will never be forgotten. And to this entire class, this moment belongs to you too. Each of you has chosen a profession that asks everything of you: your knowledge, your resilience, your empathy, and your courage. You've shown up, you've grown, and you're becoming the kind of nurses who will change stories like this one. You're the future of compassionate and skilled care, and the reason why families will feel safe, seen, and supported in their most vulnerable moments. Please join us in honoring this semester's scholarship recipient and celebrating the extraordinary nurses that this class will become.
That's hard to follow. Every semester, the graduating class gets the opportunity to nominate a class speaker, and there was plenty of nominations this semester, but ultimately the class chose Alyssa Gaddis. So Alyssa, will you please join us up here to give the farewell address? Already. All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Alyssa Gaddis, and obviously I'm not going to get through this without a lot of tears, so bear with me, because it is truly an honor to be standing before you tonight to give this speech. Not only because of the hard journey it was personally for me to get to stand on this stage, but because it is an honor for me to speak on behalf of this amazing group of women who sit before you. Ladies, we did it. We did it. I mean, I still can't believe it, but we're sitting here, so I guess we did it, right? That's right. So somewhere along the way, we met a nurse. We saw his or her compassionate touch, intellectual care, or something that sparked, and I want to do that for others too, mindset. They inspired us to be where we sit today. So if you are a nurse, we would like to sincerely thank you for being our inspiration. Thank you for your compassion, your service, and love for people that makes the difference each and every day. So the thing is, hold on, that you don't know, unless you are one of these nurses, is how incredibly hard it is to get to this point. So let me briefly put into perspective for you what it's like with a little quiz. Now don't fret, ladies, we're exempt from this. This is all for our family and friends who watched us struggle.
the past few years? And I promise it's not a medical question, but it will certainly put into perspective why we have seemed a little crazy after every single exam, okay? All right, you all ready? Here's your nursing school style question. Is an orange a fruit or a color? Is an orange a fruit or a color? We'll give you a second. Yeah. All right, you got your answer? You probably don't. Your mind is probably spinning. You are starting to sweat. You are thinking, what in the heck is that? They are both correct. An orange is a fruit, and an orange is a color. How am I supposed to answer this and just pick one? Ladies and gentlemen, that is nursing school at its finest. There's always that random question these women behind us put in there, and there's always 2 correct answers for every question. Now, maybe you have a slight view of why we were all so crazy the past few years, but you've all been there. You've seen us come home from a Mrs. K exam just this semester, fully defeated, and I think it maybe have went something like this. I am quitting. I am done. I can't do this anymore. The tears start flowing, our dreams are over, and we are certainly done with nursing school. And then, in the next breath, we remember, I've got a clinical journal due by midnight, a HESI practice exam due tomorrow, our care plan due by Friday, 3 Lippincotts by Sunday, and 2 more exams to start preparing for next week. And we just took an exam and 2 quizzes today. And just like that, we're back in the game. We get about 3 hours of sleep, and we are ready to ace nursing school the next morning and become the best dang nurse we ever did know. Y'all listen, I know my poor husband and kids are not the only ones that experienced this the past few years. But in all seriousness, this program, it was hard. And I know that each of these women had someone behind them to support them. Personally, I could not have done this without the incredible support of my family and friends, my incredibly patient husband, Kyle, and my 3 amazing sons, but most importantly, God, who placed this mission on my heart and carried me through the days that I didn't think I was capable or gonna get through. So on behalf of these women, thank you. We thank each and every one of you. We thank you for putting up with our endless tears, our breakdowns, another frozen pizza dinner, then the prayers and the love that got us through. But along with all of you amazing loved ones here, we have an army of men and women to thank as well. I would like to take time to thank KCC, but most importantly, these women and men who have invested their hearts and souls into getting us here today, our KCC staff and faculty. Can we give them a round of applause again? What I have learned over these past few years from these nurses is that this isn't just a job for them. This is their life. Teaching us, supporting us, carrying us through these years is not something that they take lightly. They have encouraged us to keep going, literally wiped our tears and held us as we cried, bought pounds of chocolate and candy to help take off the edge on them hard days. But most importantly, they have modeled and been examples of how to truly be the best nurse to our patients. Your words of wisdom and examples of excellence will follow us throughout our careers. Actually, let's revisit some of those repeated words and actions that we will not forget. Mrs. B. We will never forget our hematology content that we loved so very much, because we'll always hear you say, heme will be come back to haunt you. Mrs. Edwards, AKA our nursing program mom, we will carry with us your heart of gold to keep pushing through and not letting any of us give up, and always reminding us in the hallway, you're almost done, even if it's like the first day of the semester. Mrs. K, gosh, I really wish I could look at you guys right now. We will remember how dang hard your exams were, but only to make us the best nurses. And we will hear you say in the back of our minds, we'll talk about that, even if there's only 3 minutes left in class. Dr. Niels, we will always hear your sweet little giggle on our hardest days and see your sweet smile when we mess up, just to let us know it's gonna be okay. This one I'm gonna look at, Mrs. Bod. She really didn't have to say much because it was just kind of like that mom look to let us know, yeah, that's not right. And Mr. Wood, he's kind of ruined my speech a little bit because we'll always be taken back by his contagious smile every time we see a bow tie, but apparently not tonight. This man every day has wore a bow tie to school, but he chooses not to tonight. But we will always see your smile on your face. And I mean, how can you not smile at a man like this when he has a bow tie? Mrs. Brands, Mrs. Galloway, Mrs. Riley, we didn't get to have you a lot as professors, but your sweet smiles and warm presence in the hallways will never leave our hearts. Mrs. Hills, the confidence. It is the confidence that we admire most. And I hope that one day I walk into work and I am as confident as you are as yourself as a nurse. Mrs. Davis, when we have a question out there in the real world, we'll hear or even see you say, I don't know. What do you think of that? And we'll always give our very best guess with complete hesitation, even if it's completely wrong. Mrs. S. We will always be that nosy nurse and hear you say, knock it off, when we're out there doing something super dumb. And Mrs. Rogers. Oh, Mrs. Rogers, the leader of the pack, who ultimately would not let me quit under any circumstance, and I mean any. We will remember your caring heart and you're gonna get through this words on our hardest days as nurses that encouraged us while we were ready to give up here. Truly, from the bottom of our heart, we thank you. Like I've said multiple times, this has been a really hard program in and of itself. But outside of our studies, we overcame a lot. We overcame breakups, loss of loved ones, a lot of sicknesses, broken bones, hospitalizations, new high blood pressure diagnoses, imagine that, major surgeries, tornadoes, house fires with possible chickens involved. And we even overcame those who doubted us and didn't support this dream at all. But despite these amazing feats, we had a lot of joy, including engagements, adoption, purchasing new homes, new nieces and nephews, and I have to throw out there, 2 of us birthed our own sweet babies while during this nursing program. But then there are the joys that we share together, our new friendships for life, and becoming registered nurses. Overall, what this program has taught me is you can do hard things. Now, ladies, let's go make a difference. We were created for it. I have seen that the past 2 years of knowing each of you, every single one of you. You might say, it's a big world out there. How can I make a difference? Let me share a story with you that truly changed the trajectory of my life. When I was 24 years old, I started the process of becoming a foster mom. I had no idea what I was doing, but God had a bigger plan in the works. And as I went through that licensing process, I often thought, how can I possibly make a difference in these kids' lives? And someone shared this story with me. It's called The Starfish Story by Lauren Isley. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "What are you doing?" The boy replied, "I'm throwing starfish into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." Son, the man said, don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't possibly make a difference. After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it back into the surf, then smiled at the man and said, I made a difference for that one. We may not be able to change the world, but I know in my heart we will make a difference. And even if it's just for one patient every so often, that's enough for me to know that I have fulfilled this mission that God has set me on. But I know each of you are going to make a difference in many lives. Some you'll know because that sweet thank you will come, but others will just remember your face and the love that you showed them in their time of need. So to all of you, memorize these faces that sit before you. And if God forbid we get the honor to be your nurse someday, remember where we started, at KCC. We have been trained by the best, and not only to care for you in an academic manner, but with the utmost compassion. So when you are in your dire need, we are ready to be the hands and feet of Jesus, who will be there for you to help answer your questions, give you medications, do all those nursey things. But most importantly, we will be there to hold your hand and walk with you through whatever medical journey you may be traveling on. Now, ladies, let's not forget where we started. Always remember that you can do hard things and be just like those nurses that inspired us to be where we are today, the 2026 class of nurses. Thank you.
That was amazing, Alyssa. Thank you so much. I would like to recognize a student quickly, if she could come up here. Sydney Bushnell, if you would come up to the stage, please. And we're going to recognize Sydney because Sydney has been our nursing tutor in both third and fourth semester, which doesn't sound like, okay, well, she was a nursing tutor, but she did that on top in fourth semester, especially on top of her classes, but she didn't just stop there. I said, Sydney, any chance you'd want to help our CNA students out this semester as well? And she did not hesitate, and she said, absolutely. And so she came in an additional day. Not that I probably need to tell you this, but it's not big money, okay? This is just for doing it, basically, and I'm so thankful for that because she really not only did that, I saw her sitting out in the hallway helping other students from other semesters on the side. So I just want to recognize her for that and thank her for her time and dedication on top of her studies. So thank you so much. Okay, next, every semester we're able to award a lovely Littman Cardiology 4 stethoscope that we're able to award to the student in the class that had the highest grade in fourth semester theory class. This was an exciting race to the finish, girls. We had 3 girls that were 0.2 of a point apart. But in the end, drum roll, Jackie Bonds. Thank you. Well, grads, you did it. Congratulations. We are so, so very proud of you. I really can't say a whole lot more than what these lovely ladies that Afton and Alyssa just did, because everything I'm like, well, I was going to say that, I've said that, they've said that. But I do want to thank all of you out there in the audience because they could not be here without all of you. We know very well that when they came in the door every day, you didn't know what you were going to meet at the door, did you? You didn't know if those tears were happy tears, sad tears, angry tears, stressed out tears, or all of the above. And sometimes that changed all in one day. So we appreciate you standing by their side and being there to support them and doing the laundry and the dishes and everything else that they couldn't get to. So you're going to have to bear with them for just a little bit longer because they gotta still study for boards. So don't forget that. But graduates, I could not be any prouder of each of you. I know I've heard you guys joke that this is going to be Mrs. Rogers' favorite cohort, of course. But truly, you guys will always hold a special place in my heart. When you guys started your journey into this nursing program, I was also starting my journey into my new role as a director of nursing. So we started this together, didn't we? We went through stresses, because I went through my own stresses, and we did this together. And we had highs, and we had lows, and we've shared laughter, and we've shared tears with you guys. I've talked to many of you in my office, and I'm just honored that you were willing and vulnerable enough to share some very personal things that you were struggling with, or that you were happy about, or that you were celebrating. So really know that you all do hold a very special place in my heart. Incredibly proud of the women that you are and that you're going to be out in this nursing profession. I know you are going to represent KCC so well. In July, we are going to have the next boot camp. And I am going to be putting your picture up there of the most recent graduating class. And you remember that in your boot camp, right? And how inspiring that was. So now you are the ones that are going to be inspiring this next class. You may or may not have heard Mrs. S. say that in first semester, she sees the first semester students. Honor Society always gives a letter that they write to the incoming students, and they keep that in the front of their binder. What you guys are doing, even though you don't realize it, walking through those halls, they are looking up to you, right? They use you as motivation to say, oh, they're getting pinned. So they're going to see your picture, you're going to continue to be their motivation, and then your composite's going to go up in the hallway, and they're going to stop, and they're going to look, and sometimes I love that because I've never seen this student maybe before in my life, and they're staring at your picture. And I always think, what's going through their heads right now? I'm wondering that maybe they're thinking like, oh, I could be a nurse, and you are literally inspiring them, and you're just starting nursing. So I want you to remember that. I want you to remember the power that you guys have as nurses, the importance that you have in this most rewarding job that you will ever have, and the impact that you're going to have on people that you don't even realize that you're having. In 10 years from now, there could be a nurse coming up here on the stage giving the story like Alyssa just gave, and it could be one of you guys that have inspired it, right? And you never even realize that. So don't ever doubt the impact you have. As Afton alluded to, there's going to be days that are hard. You guys got this. You guys are the class resilient. If resilient describes anybody, it is you guys. My goodness, this stuff, Alyssa did it well of explaining everything that you guys, just touching the surface of what you guys went through. But you battled and you fought and you went through for your goal and you achieved it. So kudos to you on that. And think about that when you're battling those challenges out in nursing, because you're going to have those days. You're going to have a lot of those days in your first year of, what am I doing? Why did I do this? This is so stressful. Go back to your why. Go back to what got you here and through this program, because you've already proven you can do hard, right? So go out, continue to make us proud. Don't forget about us. If you ever need anything, come back and see us. We're happy to help you, anything that you might need. We hope that you're proud leaving here as a KCC grad, and couldn't be happy for you all. Congratulations. This concludes our ceremony for this evening. As a reminder, those of you that have Daisy nominations or award, please meet over. You can grab your family so they can come grab pictures of you as well, but please meet over by that green sign on the wall. And I hope you all have a great weekend of celebrating your graduate and enjoy your time together as a family. Thank you.